Good evening, folks. How are we doing tonight or today, depending on whenever you see this? Hope everything is going well. Tonight's stream mostly going to be, well, arena. It shouldn't take me too long to finish it up. I do have the basic arena to finish. I'm about halfway through. Just going to run, probably run my 6 stars in there just because they are quicker to get through it than running my 5 stars. Really at this point, it's just more speed. Trying to make sure that I am at least at 25,000 units for Cyber Weekend. That's going to include the path that I take in Necropolis. So really have to be careful with units, making sure that I get all of them. Also, almost back to normal, feeling better. 2 nights sleeping on the couch in here so that my wife could sleep without me coughing and keeping her awake. I think I'm ready for a regular night's sleep and, to be done with this cold. So, think I'm going to start off the evening, jump in here to Alliance Quest, finish off my path here real quick, and then we'll jump over and do some arenas until they're done. And then time permitting, we will jump in and do a few BGs. Want to try out my new rank 2. Have not run any since I've taken him up and want to see how he does. I'm actually going to try to pay a little bit more attention in these fights tonight. It is day 5. I did get hit a couple times last night trying to do these on stream, but would rather heal up before I get to section 3. All right, 1 fight down. We'll do these 4 fights, and then we'll move on. And as long as I'm paying attention on these fights, they typically go fairly well, and I can heal up. Almost got caught on a dash back there. And see, I wasn't paying attention and I pushed her to 2 bars. And I missed the evade on the first part. So instead of healing up, we are now going to be lower than what we started it. But, good fortunate thing is I am using Hercules. So it doesn't really matter too much. I can heal up a little bit in section 3 if need be. And if not, then, oh well. It is Hercules. He has one of the longest special attacks known to mankind. I actually have to count the number of hits so that I know where he's at in his combo. Or where he's at in the special. All right, healed up a little bit there. We should heal up a little bit more on Taskmaster. Excuse me. And then probably near the end of the stream, I may use an energy refill on this and just finish off AQ for the week. So much looking forward to the new AQ 2.0 coming out next week. In theory, we'll see how many bugs they encounter and how many times it's canceled before they get it working. All right, well, back up to about 40% health after a couple fights, is what it is. That's what I get for not paying real close attention. So, probably have 2, 6, 9, maybe 10 more fights for this AQ cycle until everything changes. I always like change. I look forward to it. Really excited about the changes to that, to get some raids put in January. Necropolis coming out. I am ready to go for some new content. And I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to new content. I like getting it done, jumping in there and getting it done right away. And then complaining afterwards that, there's nothing to do. Let's try it this way. And this shouldn't take very long. Running 6 stars. I started it off well. Isn't that nice? Running unfazed. All right. There we go. Excuse me. Like I said, still not over the cold. All right, now throw a special one. I still haven't been able to determine if the AI is drastically different than it was before or if it's really about the same. It seems more willing to throw special attacks, but there are still some times where, I get where I'm baiting a special attack. I think it was in one battleground match last night where I was probably baiting a special attack for 25 seconds. So while it may be overall better, still some issues with it. Assuming they put the AI fix in this last patch, like they said, could possibly be that it's going live tomorrow with all the other changes, but I would have assumed it would have gone live with the code update. This would go much quicker if I didn't have to hit help again. For champions I've already cleared the help on. So it's roughly 200,000 per round. So 9 more rounds of arena, roughly. Shouldn't take too long. All right. I probably should switch that team up a little bit, but we'll make do. Fortunately, it is just arena. Now, as far as streams go this week, I'll be streaming tonight. Gonna try one tomorrow and then probably one Thursday afternoon. I have a very early flight on Friday. We'll probably do one from my hotel Friday night. Saturday, I'm not sure of. Sunday, I'm not sure of. And we'll probably be back to doing another hotel stream Monday night and Tuesday night. And possibly Wednesday night. And then flying home Thursday. So I'm not sure what we'll do there. Some point in time in all that, between leaving Friday morning and then getting back, I will have to spend some time with my wife. I'm sure she would appreciate it. So be hit or miss. Going to try to keep a fairly consistent schedule going, though. Let's keep the 2 archers together. Really waiting for Necropolis to drop. I do have the dust for my second ascension. Really want to be able to take advantage of that. Have a lot of champs I'd like to do. I'm hoping that it can be one that I can use for both Necropolis, one that I use in war a lot, either on defense or on attack. It would be very nice to be able to do a dual purpose one somewhere next week too, and probably in one of the hotel streams, or maybe both of them. I will have incursions run probably to do. Thank you. And that worked out timing-wise just about perfect. So yeah, you mentioned incursions because that's where my first ascension went. Went to Mr. Hercules to make incursions a lot quicker and easier. And we'll have the 4, 5, and Sector 6 to do. We've got Necropolis to do. We've got a new monthly EQ coming out tomorrow. Lots of content coming in the next few days. Hopefully some good content for you as well. I guess let's go this way. And I know watching somebody do arena is no fun. We will get into some more fun stuff. But like I said, it is important to make sure, and if people haven't, that you are preparing now for what's to come with Necropolis, Cyber Weekend, the banquet event, all of it. It all starts right now. Really just trying to make sure I've got the units in hand that I want for all of it. I'll be after this couple day grind, I will be sitting at roughly 25,000 units. Don't have much in the way of battle chips right at the moment. I did open those up not too long ago after, I can't remember what I even purchased at this point. It was something for a chunk of units. It may have been the Iron Man upgrade. To get him up to R5. I think that's what it was. So, back up to 25,000 units. Hopefully you won't need too many of those for the first path in Necropolis. I have been running the Apothecary, getting the revive out of there. Part of the reason for the arena stream tonight is arena is the 22-hour event. So need to make sure I get the revive out of there and the units from there. Just making sure that I have done all I can do to make my Necropolis run as inexpensive and as efficient as possible. I'm not going to be one of those guys. Not going for the first clear. I'm going to watch the MSDs, the Legacies, the Karate Mike, Brian, Seaton, all those guys. I'll watch their first runs. Probably jump in there over the weekend. So it'll be roughly a week and a half before I jump in. We'll try to stream most of it. If you want to see somebody get frustrated and throw units out the window, that'll be the time to watch me. Because there will probably be some frustration. You'll see me just dropping units on revives and stuff like that. Instead of doing the smart thing and walking away and stuff like that. Hopefully there'll be some guides out there for some best champs. Hopefully there'll be some maps. Really want that rank 3. Not sure who I'll use it on. It really depends on the class, I guess, for one. Science, it's going to be Hulk if I had to take somebody right now. I think he is my only R2 7-star in Science. Could hold there. Cosmic would probably be Gore. Tech would be Shuri. Mutant would be Chavez. I knew you were going to invade at some point. Not Mutant. Mystic would be Chavez. Mutant, I may take Bishop. I just took him up to R2. Very good possibility I would take him to R3. I think he would be a nasty defender and decent on attack, depending on who they use or who this is defending. Really kind of looking forward to it and being able to run through that and see. Okay, I think I will do until I get to an even number of rounds here. Then I'll jump and do some battlegrounds and then come back after a couple rounds of battlegrounds, do some more arena, try to break it up so it's not boring for anybody watching and it's not boring for me. That's the main thing. As much as I love everybody who watches and chimes in, I don't want to be bored. And I know if I'm bored, I'm boring everybody else. Hey, Poop Nug, how's it going, man? Appreciate you stopping in. Yep, still around, trying to get over a cold. Other than that, going great. How about you? Just grinding some arena. Gotta get the unit total up. Gonna be, I'm sure, putting a big hurt on my unit total in the next couple weeks. Between Necropolis, Banquet, Cyber Weekend, I am sure my units are going to go very, very fast. I don't know why I'm having trouble parrying this guy tonight. I don't know if that's going to kill him. Tanky son of a gun. There we go. I am looking forward to jumping into Necropolis. I'm looking forward to watching everybody stream it before I do. That's the main thing. I want to see what everybody else does. I am, as much as I love, some things jumping in early, that's not going to be one of them. I don't feel, what did I leave Iceman against? Sparkles. I just think Necropolis is going to be probably a level above me as far as being able to clear it cleanly. Yep. Glad everything's going well. Yeah, the unit grind is real. My goal for a long time in game was to keep it at around 15,000. Because that used to be, if they came out with some type of big special, it was usually about 15,000 units. The vision, things like that, was always trying to keep it there. Now, since the summer deals, that's gone up to now where I'm thinking, probably having to keep 20 to 25,000 units as a quote-unquote safety net so that, if they offer a unit deal, I'm not having to always put cash out for it. I probably, no, I won't say probably, I would put the cash out if needed, but I am also cheap enough that I know if I can do it without needing units, I'd much prefer doing it that way. It's like I tell my wife, there's two ways that I spend in this game. I can either spend with my time or I can spend with my wallet. And I don't mind putting the time in to grind the arenas and get the units. If they ever took it away, that may change how I play the game a lot. I use units for the potions for, AW as I need them. I try and use loyalty for all of them, but, the scaling costs there become prohibitive. So, using units from time to time is kind of the cheaper way to go for me. there's only so many things you can buy with units in the game. You can't buy. Well, I guess you can buy champions if you bought, the really bad investment of like Paragon crystals. I do not like Paragon crystals. I still open them from time to time, and will open them some more, but they are just such a waste of units. I have a hard time doing it. It's got to be a special occasion or something along those lines. That said, when Kushala comes out, I will probably be buying some, trying to pick her up as either a 6 or 7 star. Be really interested in seeing, one of the things I want is I want that new title. I want the new rewards that come with it. I remember when I started this game, I felt like I was so behind. I started really getting into it when 6 stars started coming around, and there I was with 4 stars, and hadn't really built a 5-star roster. But now I'm kind of on that edge of where 7 stars are out. I'm right where I need to be. Next title comes out, I need to keep kind of on that cutting edge of where things are going. So the rewards as they come out, something that I definitely want to make sure that I'm taking advantage of. I guess we'll go that way. But, they're going to make sure that they get every unit they can out of you. I just realized my camera is in a different position. Let's fix that. Oh, maybe somebody moved my monitors because it used to sit. That's close enough. All right. Now I was saying earlier, there we go. Now you're throwing a special. There we go. So, almost back to having a normal voice and not coughing every 5 or 6 seconds. It'll be nice. I'll get well just in time to travel again, and probably just in time to get sick again on a plane. Seems to be the way it works. There we go. So what is everybody else up to this evening? I know Poop Nug is doing his arena grind, trying to get his units on. We'll be jumping into Battlegrounds here relatively soon for a couple rounds. Wanted to really try out Bishop. If you look at the channel, you will see a rank up video. I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. It is Bishop. He does hit harder as an R2. Shockingly, I know. Decent increase in damage just from the R2 itself. So was relatively pleased. There we go. Let's just jump into a couple rounds here real quick. We are close to the Abyss Nexus. I will probably open that. I don't think I'll do it as a separate stream. I will probably open that if I get to it tonight. I am chasing Sandman. So we would choose Science out of that. I was able to get Adam Warlock. So between Arena Grinds now and the featured crystal, Sandman is the only one I don't have out of this featured. I guess one of them I won from Kabam, so. Did I miss it? Or did I not start it? And we're starting tonight at 176 points. It would be nice to get up over 200. I think if I can run a couple, get up over 200, I'd call that a good night in an arena. Gamma 1. Did I drop? Has it really gone that far? Yeah, I was in Arcane last night. Had a lot of people up there with the increased individual milestones. Getting harder and harder. Going up against Long Date. Okay, well, you've got a ranked up Tiger. I'm going to assume you know how to use her. We're going to take Maul out of there just because I hate fighting them. And we may take that Spider Gwen out. Spider Gwen or Mole Man? Let's get rid of Mole Man. Ooh, can I take all three, please? Let's go Hulkling first, though. Try to pick champs that I can use both ways early on. Okay, so Void, which is a pain to fight. Well, at least I have Hulkling for future Ant-Man. We're going to go ahead and bring in Void. And let's go ahead and bring in Mysterio. Okay, Kingpin. And Scorpion. Now we're going to bring in Nick Fury. We got to. And let's bring in Angela so we have two global attackers. Could have done Morbius. Then, you know, not really sure who I'd use him on. Maybe Void. I could use him on Void or Scorpion. So if I get him again, maybe I'll grab him. Okay, we are going to bring in Iceman. And let's do Domino. Alright, so he brings his own Awakened Mysterio. His looks like an R1. Alright. I get to place first. Let's go ahead and place Iceman out there. He's going Mysterio. Do we want to do Angela or do we want to do Void? Let me see who we've got in here. Let's go ahead and do Void. That may be a little quicker. He's going Scorpion. He's going to take some damage. So now we just have to be careful in this fight. He is going to take the frostbite damage right at the beginning. That's fine. I don't mind just parrying you for a little while. And we'll toss another special, let you do a special 2 and power drain me, and that'll be fine as well. I will take the debuff and a little bit of healing that it'll offer. And we'll do that. Striker into a special 1. Perfect. He's not going to power drain me very much if he does at all. And that should finish him off here very quickly. Full yellow bar. He may have done it a second quicker, but I knew he was going to take some damage there, so that worked out well. And now, if I do Domino, he's going to try to either Angela or AA it. Risky either way. Okay, I am going to go Domino now on defense. And now we're going to have to hope future Ant-Man plays along nicely. Okay, the way to fight future Ant-Man with Hulkling, wait for that first armor to drop off. Excuse me. Wait for that first armor to drop off. Get a pierce on there. Hope he doesn't get an armor up, because then he won't get another armor up the rest of the way. So we just have to dance here for a few seconds. Okay, now back up. And now we can fight him fairly safe. We will have to worry about the bleeds. And of course, I hit him twice with bleed up, and I get bleeds on me both times. Do have to keep my pierce buffs up. Perfect, that's what I wanted. And then we'll drop this. We'll drop a striker. We'll go back in. I was hoping I'd finish him off there, but and there we go. Lost a little bit of health, but he should lose a little bit to Domino too, I would think. He is using a global attacker, so it's possible he doesn't. He can mitigate a lot of that with a global, but I'm hoping maybe the time difference will win it out. And the fact that he's still in there, I think that's going to be a win. Hey, Mickey, how's it going, man? Thanks for stopping by. Taking a little arena break. I've got 600,000 left in the basic arena to run through on my arena grind to do a few battlegrounds. I am going to probably open the Abyss Nexus on stream. Not worth doing a separate recording for it, and not close to any other crystals. And really want Sandman before Necropolis. I think, at least watching Seaton, he's good for one fight. If he's good for one fight, he may be good for others. So we'll see. How's your evening going? All right. Let's run one more. That'll get me to that Abyss Nexus that will pop open. I may put a few notes out in a few chats once I get it, to see if I can get some more folks in here to watch the opening. Hey, at least I'm back up in Arcane now. That looks much better. Is Andy still up there at the top? He is still up there at the top. He is going to be streaming much later tonight. I think he said about I want to say, I think he said like 3 a.m. my time, which would be midnight Pacific. If you want to see somebody who's really, really good at Battlegrounds. Okay, going up against Pacha 007. Awesome progression. Best of luck with the Abyss. Very cool. Arcane. Yep. Necropolis. I may have said Abyss, but going to do Necropolis this weekend. And the unit grind is ever needed. They're going to find a way to milk every last one of my units, I am sure, over the next couple of weeks. I may have 25,000-ish now. I don't think they're going to last long. Let's take out him. Oh, man, once again, I want all three. That first round, they give me all three, then I never see them again. That's a Awakened R2 Titania. And Falcon. I haven't seen anybody use Falcon in this. That's an Awakened R2 there, though. We are going to go Titania. So that's 2 attackers. Let's get 1. Could be semi-used on defense. Not liking the draft a whole lot right at the moment. Liking it less now. Let's go there and there. Excuse me. Man, he's got a good roster. Okay, so at least I've got got Hulkling for either that future Ant-Man or that Nimrod. You know what? We're going to do Nick Fury. It should slow him down a little bit. Be at least a class disadvantage fight if he tries to take it with... I guess he could do it with CGR. But I would use CGR for that future Ant-Man, or, you know... Okay, well, at least I've slowed him down enough. He doesn't have very many global attackers. So, let's go throw out... You know what? Let's do Gore. Yeah, I guess we're doing Nick first. I was going to do Gore, but a little undecided there. Okay, so Chavez, that is... Yeah, it's going to be Titania. I'm assuming I'll see Cal in the next round, and I can use Kingpin for that. Okay, and that does get rid of Cosmic Ghost Rider, so that means future Ant-Man is in play again. Thank you for throwing a special. Feel like I have to thank her every time after throwing a special and not throwing a heavy. Like that. Or that. Oh my gosh. Okay, the heck with you. I mean, sometimes her AI just wants to do everything just to throw a heavy attack and nothing else. Leave yourself open, bait specials, she's just going to run in at you and just throw a random heavy. Her AI, Mysterio's AI. There's a couple others that just want to throw those random heavies now. Who was I fighting in Arena the other day? Heimdall. Heimdall, now that they've changed his AI, he wants to throw a lot of heavies out of nowhere too. All right, let's take a look at the next round. If he throws down Rintra, I'm going to do Kingpin. Future Ant-Man, I will do Hulkling. Nimrod, I will do Hulkling. If he throws down Titania, I'll do Hulkling or Kingpin. So, should be in good shape there. All right, feeling pretty decent. I didn't feel good about the draft at the beginning, but feeling pretty decent now. Okay, there's Rintra. I think with what he's got left there, I'm going to do Gore to start with. Hold on one second. Okay, so I'm going to do Kingpin here. And you're going to hear and probably see my grandson in about 2 seconds. And there he goes. He's going to come and try and embarrass me in here. Make me mess up in front of him. Oh, I forgot about the global. All right. Let's try to get some damage in here. May not be as good as I was hoping he was going to be for this fight. But do kind of have to bait out a special now, which means he's going to get unstoppable again. That's right, it's giving me some time to heal. That's not going to help things. All right, well, this is not working out at all. Wow. Hey, Arrow, how's it going, man? Yeah, I figured that was going to be the win. So now I think I've got the advantage. He's going to be able to use Falcon against future Ant-Man, but I think I've got the advantage either way. Just did not want to have him have that Titania for future Ant-Man. It's a harder fight, but still doable. And now this one I could go either way. I could use Chavez. Chavez is a very good, fast counter. But I like the Hulkling's chances in here a little bit better as long as I can get that first pierce off. So we're just going to dance here with him a little bit. Let that armor buff drop. Now I need him to go back. And there we go. Now he should not get any more armor ups. I need to stop hitting him now so I don't get any bleeds on me. Wait out this. Refresh my pierce. Get up to about 2 bars. Now back up. Drop a special 2. Into a striker. Into finishing him off. Lost a little bit of health from the bleeds there, but that should be a win. I can't see Falcon doing him that quick. May do him that clean. He may finish a little bit healthier, but I think the speed is going to make the difference there. And I think for the first time this season, I will be over 200 points. And while this finishes up, I am going to get another cough drop. Excuse me. Always good to see more, shall we say, mature players. Hey, you got me. Actually, you're one of the few that may have me by a couple years. I am 53, so I appreciate the older crowd. When most people hear me say grandson, they think something small, but the one that's sitting in here is, let's see, what are you now, 13? Well, you're 12, but you'll be 13 next month. So, pretty much 13. So, and there we go. So we've got over 200 points for the first time. I like that. I may take a little break here, go back to arena, finish it up, and then see if we can keep the score alive up there. Very rare that I get up over 200 points. I usually stop grinding at about 100. But what we're going to do before we jump over to arena is we're going to open up a Abyss Nexus crystal. I am pretty sure I now have one of those that I can go grab. I do. It is right there. Let me go ahead and I am going to just let some folks know that I'm going to do that. And that. And one more chat to post it in. Sorry, I'm doing some shameless plugs for myself. All right, I think that's enough shameless plugs for now. Gonna wait here just a second or two, see if we can get some more folks in. Let me go ahead and get my stream caught up. There we go. And we shall see what we get. So how's everybody else doing? How's the prep going for Necropolis and Cyber Weekend? With this arena grind, like I said, I should get me close to the 25K mark. I don't think I will quite make another 7-star crystal here. I'm at 238. You get 12 a week, I think, is it, that you get. So that would put me at, well, I get it next week. So maybe have one more 7-star opening before Necropolis. Don't expect it to drastically change my roster, change who I'm planning to rank up or anything like that. You know, hopefully one of the R2s that I have is good enough. Hopefully I have the champs that are needed for it. You know, would prefer them as a 7-star. But if we have to take them as, 6-star, we, kind of going to have to, I guess. I don't have much choice. So let's go ahead and I'm going to give it another 2 minutes here to see if we get anybody, and then we will grab it. And like I said, I can go ahead and grab the crystal out of there. I already know who I'm going for. I am chasing Sandman. He is one of the few champions in the basic pool now that I don't have. So let's go ahead and do that. And we are going to leave it there on science. Hopefully, like I said, with the Abyss Nexus and that choice of more champions in there, we can finally pull them. Haven't been able to pull them from the featured crystal. Would be nice. And let's go ahead and just grab it. And let's see if there's anything we can open up while we wait here a minute or two. Could open up some daily paragons. I'm waiting till I probably have 100 of them though, or actually we'll open those up right before Abyss, and then up to 736. I thought I had a few more of the free paragon crystals, but I will take that. That will be hopefully that, and with the stash that I've got, will be all that I need for that first run of Necropolis. Do have a lot of gold crystals I need to open up. Let's go ahead and open the one Legends crystal that's here. Hey, there's a couple paragons I get to open up. And what's the second one? Health potions. What are the Alliance War ones? 3,400 health. I'm not going to use those. So let's go ahead and get a team heal there. They're not very big. I think it's 2,200 a champion. But, while we wait for others, I'm going to go ahead and pop open those couple Paragon crystals. See what we get here. Excuse me again. Try to mute most of those. Unfortunately, some of them come on too quick for me to really get to it. And I'm going to tap it. I'm expecting 2 4-stars. Anything above or beyond that is nice. There's a 4-star. That's what I get out of these. I get 4-star crystals. I've opened probably 400 of them 1 7-star. The rest, very rarely do I get anything else. All right, let's see what we get with this one. The 1 7-star I got was in the first 20 of them that I bought. Beyond that, it's just been terrible. Almost got excited there for a 6-star, but it is a 5-star, so, what I expect to see out of those. Just pure tea trash. All right. Do I have anything else I can open up? I probably have a couple calves that we can... Yeah, we can go ahead and open up 5 calf crystals. These will be even worse, I expect. I'm just going to pop these. I expect all 3 stars there. And I got a 5-star there. That's a max sig at least. And a 4-star, so... Maybe that's a promising start that we got a couple 5 stars. Alrighty, Arrow. Appreciate you stopping by. Enjoy, be safe on your drive home. Enjoy your time when you get there. Let's go ahead and open this Nexus crystal. Like I said, really looking for Sandman. And that's who we want. Let's see who we get. Nope, nope, nope. No, no. And there he is. Oh, that's so pretty. That is perfect. Who I wanted. And there we go. So we did pull the champ that we were looking for. That's what I wanted to see. Won't get ranked up right now. He will get ranked up probably to R4. Yeah, probably to R4 before Necropolis. And if he turns out to be good, may have to see about working up some resources. I'm not sure where I can get them. May have to buy them, but not going to mess around. We are going to confirm that. And there we go. That finishes off that featured crystal. And not going to mess around at all either. Let's just come here to inventory, items. And I'm pretty sure I have a 6-star Science Awakening gem I can use. I think I've got, how many generic do I have now? 14 generic 6-star Awakening gems. He is good. Always banned in BGs. Mine is maxed, but I take down Ascended. Yeah, and see, the video that's out there now, Seaton put one out today of him taking down the Necropolis Diablo in like 2 minutes. So, I can do the max sig. We're going to go ahead and pop in an Awakening gem on him. Just go ahead and get it started. I think right now, yeah, I've got, what is that, 125, 135, 142 there. 20, oops, I don't have any science, so I guess we'll have to go into the Battleground store here so that we can try and get him close to max sig between now and when I level him up. So there we go. We'll buy 50 of those, and that'll get us really darn close. And then we'll be able to rank him up, get him to Sig 200. The R5, besides being short on the Tier 6 Basic, yeah, I'm a little short on the Science Catalyst, but I think I can get there between now and then. So I think we'll be in good shape if we need them. Feeling pretty good there. We have the event quest coming up, so finish up AQ, get the AQ rewards there. That'll get me up to probably 2 of the T3 or T6 basic T3 alpha, and then Battlegrounds will reset on Monday. So yeah, we'll be able to have enough to get them to at least R4. R5 will be a big challenge, but we'll see what we can do. All right, let's go ahead and finish off the. I don't want it to go there. Finish off the arena grind. And then we'll jump back into Battlegrounds to end the stream for the evening and kind of celebrate. And my favorite thing, I get to hit help again on the champs I've hit help on twice already in this round. So really, really happy with that. That was a pull that I've been looking for and going for. He was the only reason I was opening any featured crystals anymore. Didn't get to play him before his buff. Now that he's buffed, I've heard nothing but good things. So very, very happy with that pull. Now I wish I had done it as a separate video, but I may just clip it out later. And oh my goodness, how many times do I have to hit help? I appreciate that, Mickey. Yeah, that to me is, it's nice when I can get one that I want. There's been champs that I have chased a lot longer than that. But that means now that I can safely save all my 6-star shards for another, 45 days or so on the current featured. I probably won't even buy the one out of the sigil store. Yeah, we can run a friendly. I think, do you still have me on your friends list? If not, send an invite over and I'll be glad to do a friendly with you. Let me see. Yeah, I don't have you on here, but if you send me an invite, let me know and I'll be glad to run a friendly. Do you want to do Victory Track, or do you want to do... I'll let you choose. You can do Victory Track or Gladiator Circuit. And let me know if there's anybody... Yeah, really the same thing, just SAYFASI is the account name. Send a friend request and I'll be glad to add you. If there's somebody you don't want me to ban, just let me know and I won't ban whoever you want to try and use. There we go. I probably have to exit out and jump back in here. There you are. Okay. Do you want to do Victory or Gladiator Circuit? Okay, well, we'll try it. It's good practice. And there we go. Yeah, I got to get used to the lag on here. So there's about a 20-second delay from probably what I say till it gets out on the stream. Okay, well, there's Sandman. Decent roster. Let's see, who do I want to take out of here? Let's just take those out. Okay. You already see who I picked by the time. Hey, Legend. Just popped in to leave a like and say hi. Won't be staying long since I've got to work on the new war defense sheet. Yep, new war season starting up. Going to be so much fun. In a way, I'm actually looking forward to it for a change. I usually dread it, but I think this season I've got some champs ranked up that are going to be good for it. So kind of looking forward to the new season. Fortunately, I'm not a planner. I don't have to plan. I just go and do what they tell me to do. Downside to it is I do have to turn off recoil masteries tonight. That's not going to be as much fun. No, no, my grandson found my channel. Let's see, let's go there. All right, let's see how we do here. Got the Ascended Herc. Figured I'd leave him for you. I typically ban him, just to let you know. You know, I want to try something in this. I tried this matchup last night with an R1. Didn't go quite the way I wanted it to, but now that I've taken him up to R2, really want to try it out. You know, it's not gives me a chance to try it, not in a matchup that counts. You know, doing it in a friendly is a... All right, now I got to build up again. Same thing happened to me last night. And there we go. Almost a full yellow bar. That fight does work out fairly well. Yeah. That damage up front that you know, unless you have somebody that is immune to it, is going to put a hurting on you. Did let me try out that Bishop versus Doom fight, which is what I wanted to try, so that was good. Absman, let's go. Let's give you a Mysterio. And we're going to go with Void. Void's a relatively recent R5, one that I debated for a while, but you know, he's one of my longtime favorite champs. His animations I just love. They're smooth. And for this meta, he works wonderfully. A little slower than some champs, but... Oops. Well, still got the heavy in. Let's take him up to a special 2. There we go. That worked a little bit better. And that should finish it off. Well, thank you, Maddox. Mighty nice of you to join the channel. And I appreciate you subscribing. It'll show up on my subscriber counts. I appreciate that. Void, not necessarily with, well, that, couple things. First, Mickey, Void with recoils on, you can still play them. It's just you have to go a little bit slower. You don't want to throw as many special ones. You know, if you are doing it in a questing and you can bring Killmonger along, Killmonger will help offset a little bit. There's a synergy there where for each one of the debuffs Void puts on, he gets 1% health back, which doesn't sound like much, but you're losing 5% with the recoil masteries. So, for every one that you throw, he's probably placing one on his own. So you're really only losing 3%. Sorry about that. So, it does help mitigate it a little bit. You can't always run Killmonger with it. They do have a good synergy together. It does help Killmonger too, because it lets Killmonger shrug off debuffs and heal up from it. And Poopnug on that Mysterio, that is an R2. So he will hit hard. Yeah. He was ranked up, pretty much just to do that. He can actually, surprisingly enough, he's good on attack as well, which I really didn't think he would be. But, you get that special 3 off and he's ramped up. He can lay, hurting on some things. So there we go. Let's go ahead, and now that that's done, I'm going to jump back into Arena. Let me see. I bet you I have to hit help again before I can start. Oh, no, I don't. Let's go ahead and finish this off, get the last couple milestones. Yeah, that was really surprising to me that he hit as hard as he did when he was ramped up. I mean, 20K mediums, I think, is about where he was at. That's, that's some respectable numbers. He was not ever going to be the fastest. Even taking, the speed difference from R1 to R2 wasn't much because you got to get to that R3 first. But, once he's there, so it's, a little bit longer form factor fight. But, he's good when he gets there. So, that's kind of like the Bishop rank up. I debated Bishop for the longest time. Really wanted Domino. Was really hoping I pulled Domino from the last 7-star, but I just didn't want to wait any longer. And seeing what I could just do with him just there. And this is a guy I've really got to learn how to fight and how to use. So they just pulled him the other night. And I always mistime that. And he's going to go into his pod. Oh, no, good. Get the pod away. His special one, that timing on that second blast that he does, always messes me up. Viv Vision is another one that I really would love to learn to play better. There's so many champs in this game now. It is getting to the point where, you almost have to specialize in just a few. And, I go with general knowledge on the rest. I'm thinking about doing Domino for my R3. She's due. Yeah, she is not ever going to go out of style. Her crit fails. The higher the sig, the better. She's just a champ that, she falls out of favor from time to time. But when it comes to a very good defender, a very tricky defender, the only defender I died to in war all of last season, and then decent on attack. She's probably, at the top of the list as, far as one of the better two-way defenders. And see this, nothing wrong with Viv right there. That's a nice quick fight. Well, and recoils, unfortunately, I think you were in the stream last night when Manuel was here. He is right. They're not for everything. If I'm running Void in war, there's no way recoils are coming on. Absolutely none. Even if they team him with Killmonger for me, I'm going to use him for the heal and get that 2% and not have recoils on. Now, he does a lot more damage with recoils on, but, there's a price to be paid with it. Domino's one that she's pretty recoil friendly. She can shrug the bleed, does a heck of a lot more damage. you know, really only have to worry about throwing a special 2. You know, and if you're worried about recoil damage, just push to special 3. You can still get the crit bleed there. So, you know, she's not one that you have to throw a lot of specials with to get her maximum damage output. You know, and you team her up with Red Hulk and Masacre, and you've got, you know, a very powerful champ that all she has to do is parry heavy. And then she puts that Incinerate on, and it just ticks away. Still one of the faster ways to kill Winter Soldier in Realm of Legends is just take in Domino, Red Hulk, and Masacre, and, you know, going to take care of a large portion of that health pool fairly quick. Hey, Highline, how's it going, man? How's the prep for Necropolis going for you? But as I was saying, you know, so many champs in this game now that I just don't know how to get myself familiarized with all of them. It is, what are we at now? 250, I think with this month it's 256 champs. You know, it is getting harder and harder and harder to keep up with the all that they can do, learn to play them well. You know, it's one of the things I like about Battlegrounds. You know, it is giving some familiarity with a lot of different champs. You know, I like that they change the metas. I am a no Necropolis kind of guy. Gotcha. Well, how's 8.3 going? I loved 8.3. I'm getting ready to run it on my second account. You know, I think by far, you know, I like that they shortened it. In a way, but I'm glad I've got 2 counts, because it was probably the most enjoyable story content that I've done. I think they will have to build in some better filters for players within game. Yeah. You know, I think, you know, when they originally designed this game, you know, the champs were almost a, you know, I remember when Blade came out, Blade was pretty much a one-size-fits-all. You know, every war, every team, except for mine, because I could never pull them, had Blade on there. You know, and that was the way it was. If you didn't have Blade, you suffered. So, you know, those days are gone. You know, now you need the counter to a fight. You know, and it's not always the same champion. You know, they've done a great job of diversifying the field, making it a lot more, you know, you don't need an exact champ. You can always find a way around things. It's like even with this meta, you don't always have to use the decay champions to get fights done. They help a lot. I was hoping I would finish them off. Let's see, work has been super busy, so I haven't been able to dedicate a lot of time to it. Yeah, you know, with just the 3 paths per section, you know, to me that was enjoyable. It wasn't a big time sink. You know, I wish it was longer because I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the, what's his name, Cerastes fight at the end. Excellent design. You know, I like those fights. I'm probably not going to like the Necropolis fights as much. I like the fights that they design that are forgiving, I guess is the best way of putting it. You know, where you can get hit a few times, or in my case, a bunch of times, and, you know, come through it fairly clean. Yeah, the decay hazard shift meta has been fun too. You know, it's allowed me, you know, you can use champs in there that are weird. You know, it's like I just, you know, was, did a friendly with Poopnug and, you know, used Bishop against Doom. You know, that was a fun fight. That's one that is using, you know, some of Bishop's kit, you know, to the benefit of the, you know, and the node. He's not a decay defender. so you can take advantage of it. Necropolis comes out on Wednesday the 15th. So a week and a day. So tomorrow, 1 week from tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. So translate that to whatever time zone you're in. I think that is what? 12, 11, 10 a.m. Pacific. And I'm done with that arena. So there's both arenas done. Let's go ahead and see if we can drop below 200 points now in Battlegrounds. Yeah, so my plan for Necropolis, like I said, I'm in Nevada. I fly out on Thursday morning. So I will probably do my arena grind on the plane on the way home, so that I have all those units, and then I'll have Friday and Saturday and Sunday to work on it. Havoc freaking crushes Nick Fury, Zemo, and Korg. Yeah, my Havoc's only R3, so I haven't put him in my deck yet. Hey, guess what? You've got a ranked up kitty. You know how to use her. I'm taking her out. I think we'll just go right down those 3 on that left side. Should take out Ghost. You know what? Let's leave Tigra. We'll take out Ghost. I can fight Tigra with a lot of the Decay champions. We'll go this way. There's so many champs I want to rank up. And so, once you get up to the upper end resources, so few resources. I didn't see that Awakened Killmonger. Oh, that'll be fun. Gonna have to figure out a good champ for him. Who do I have in my deck that can take him? It's gonna be tough. Yeah, I don't think I've got anybody. So everybody I have is gonna place D-Bus. Well, we can try Domino. Let's go Domino and let's go Kate. Kate may be able to do it. Yeah, this is not looking great for a draft. Oh, there's Iceman. Really not liking this draft at all. Gotta hope I can stump him on defense. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use Domino on attack. Can't really throw future Ant-Man out there unless I can pull out his Hulkling. Okay, at least I've got... let's go with Silk for that Mangog. Alright, I have a feeling I'm going to see a Zemo. Oh, Nick Fury to start with. Let's give him Gore. I know he's going to go with Absman probably. Oh. He doesn't really have very many attackers that can handle Hazard Shift. He's going to go with Hulk. Okay. There's Absman. That's who I figured it was going to be. Let's go Domino here. Maybe we can get lucky. Maybe we can get lucky on this fight. Get some good RNG. Of course, you crit failed him, but you still got the shock on you. That's not nice of you. And we did get a crit bleed, so there's a little bit of good RNG off the bat. And I'm just doing heavies to try and keep minimal number of hits. And I'll hit into him when he has to bleed because she can shrug those off. Ah. Shouldn't have gone in there. Not getting the lucky on my special 2 though. It's really late on that. Okay, now we got lucky. Let's get a big one here. 35k. Unfortunately, the Gore is probably dead at this point. There we go. So 45% health. Well, Gore is not dead. Well, I don't know if I can win that one or not. That's not a very good score. Unfortunately, was not quite good enough. Oh well. Okay, can we pull this one back? Okay, now I think I go Iceman. He's going Zemo. And now we've got an issue. Now we have a big issue. I have nothing. What I gotta hope is he's gonna be able to kill Iceman. I'm not gonna be able to kill the Zemo. I got trapped. So we'll just let him get. You don't need to go passive now, thank you. Those bleeds are starting to add up. Oh, that didn't help. That didn't help either. And that's all she wrote. Yep. I just got outdrafted there and then trapped. Had nothing for Zemo. Should have saved Iceman to go against that Zemo, but that was a bad draft, bad plan. So as quick as we got over 200 points, we're back under. All right, let's see if we can get back up over. We'll either be back up over or we'll be back down to where we started. All right, Some name I have no idea what it is. We're going to take him out. Don't want to face him and don't want to face her. And then he's got Photon in there too. So, tough roster to decide who to want to take out. Okay. Well, we are going to grab the two that that's 5 champs I want. Just give me all 5 of them. Just give me all 5. Trying to keep champs away that he can't use Morbius on. Okay, this may be a chance. I've not done Korg with Titania. That's always a possibility. Well, may have to save it for Maul. Oh, good, he didn't go Maul. Well, I'm going to give him a Baron Zemo of his own. Granted, he's got Storm. Still not an easy fight. So I'm getting Nova off the beginning. Let's give him a Mantis. And for this fight, I am going to who do I want to use for this? I think I'm going to go with Silk for this one. Not sure I've done this fight. Silk versus Nova. Okay, now you can throw a special. Perfect. Wasn't quite ready for that one. But we're going to do this. Into this. Oh, shoot. Nova is dangerous. Nova got to his special 3. Hopefully it won't finish me off. But we'll get a little bit of healing back in here as we do this special. Not great, but I had a feeling that was going to be the outcome of his. He tried to use a debuff champ against a champ that does not like debuffs. So I will take that. Got Titania for Korg. If he should choose to put him out there. Let's go this way. Save that Iceman in case I need to use him for something. So he's going to go Rintra. I've got Titania. Well, he's going to go with Mysterio. Let's go with Shuri for that. Okay, that gets rid of the Storm Pyramid X. Not sure I've done this fight either, but main thing I've got to look out for is his random ass heavies. And ideally, get him to throw special ones when he's in bleed mode. Oops, missed the timing on that. And he is a global. So a lot of this is just going to be doing as much damage as I can, as quickly as humanly possible. Okay, now you can throw a special. And I do not mind having to sit this out. And I did get a bleed on me there. A special one off. This may finish him. There we go. It's about as clean as I can do that fight. And there we go. So back up over 200 now. That puts us 2 wins for the good for the day. And gets us all our BG rewards. Let's go ahead and grab those. Long way away from Andy. Do I want to do another one? Actually, let me make sure that I have run... I can't remember if I ran Apothecary today or not. I have not. So we're going to auto fight through Apothecary real quick while I mute and try and recover my voice for a second. All right. So there we go. We'll auto fight through this. You know, if you are thinking of Necropolis or even 8.3 or any of them, you know, the Apothecary is kind of worth it. You know, you get a guaranteed revive. Even if you have to use an energy refill for it, it's 30 units versus 40. You know, 40 for the revive, 30 for an energy refill. You know, makes it worth it. You know, well, at least we get a restart in there. Love this game sometimes. You know, the refills are definitely worth it. And we can grab another 4-hour crystal while we're there. So, you know, if nothing else, it puts you, you know, 10 units ahead. They do last for 2 weeks. So, you know, some of these may expire before I get Necropolis. Fully expecting that, fully prepared for it. But no matter when I run Necropolis, I'm going to have as many as the game will let me hold. You know, I've hit all the 22-hour events. I even, you know, use some of my overflow of energy refills to hit the milestones for the event quest, which I typically don't hit. Well, I won't say that. I don't hit it late in the month. I hit it early in the month. You know, it'll be nice. Event quest will come around tomorrow, and it's, you know, a new event quest, so we'll definitely hit all the milestones in that. I do want to go back and I want to cut out that Bishop versus Doom fight just to download it and show people. It's fun watching Doom melt without being hit at all. But, you know, really just making sure that I'm in as good a shape as possible for a Necropolis run. You know, Apothecary, I'm not going to grind potions. Thought about it a lot. You know, 1,600 health just on the health pools of these guys does nothing. It would take thousands of those potions to make any difference. You know, I just can't see doing it. I'm going to be boosted up, 30% on, an R2 7-star champion. Even a low end one is going to be 70,000 health. There's just no way. I mean, those little potions don't do a thing. You can see here I've got, at least a full assortment of those. Those don't even do a whole lot. That's 5,000. I'll look at my stash here once we're done. Apothecary is garbage. For most times of the year it is. When there is new content coming out like Necropolis, that revive, I'm not using the energy for anything else today. It's a free, 40 units. Other than that, I don't run it every day of the week. I run it leading up to big events. And that's usually about it. But, to me, it's all about being prepped. I've got enough units that I can unit man my way through Apothecary, at least once, if not more than that, with 25,000 units. Part of it to me is, I want to use the resources the game gives me as wisely as possible, and this is one of them. I wish they would have an autocomplete, like they do for the other dailies. I think that would make it a lot less garbage. If I could just hit a button and, it'd take away 50, I think it's 58 energy, and it would pop me out a revive. I would do that. I can get more potions from an ROL, run the revives I get from, the daily. I think I was watching Nick 136 earlier today, and I think it was maybe Dab, where somebody was in there saying somebody opened up 500 of them and only got 15 revives. That's hard there. I don't know. That's from the 4-hour crystals though. So, the 22-hour events, I take advantage of all those. I'm going to have every revive that I possibly can going into it. My guess is it's going to take a chunk, at least for me. There's going to be the MSDs of the world who probably by day 2 have itemless paths going. I'm not expecting myself to be one of those. I know how much it cost me to run Abyss. Granted, I did not have a lot of the ideal counters and did not have a lot of them ranked up when I ran Abyss. I made do on a lot of fights. My MVP for Abyss was Unit Man. I'm trying not to. The 40 units would be what you would pay for the revive that you get out of it. So, it's one less revive I have to pay. So in my mind, I look at it as, it's one revive, which is equal to 40 units. So, yeah. I realized that after I started talking about the 4-hour crystals, that you were talking about the 22-hour solo events. So, for example, here's the revive. That would cost me normally 40 units. But, you kind of get it for free. And you do have the chance of every once in a while there being another revive sitting right there. Not in this case. So, it's not a lot. Is it worth the time? I can auto fight it while I'm doing something else. So, to me, it's worth the time. Let's go ahead and see what I've got as far as... Oops, let's go this way. See what we've got. So we've got 30 of those. Oops, that's not sell. 34 of those. 12 of the 60% still left. Some team ones. I think I've got some other revives. I guess that's it. I guess I may have used them up somewhere else. Oh. Those are romance health potions. I don't think I have any of the romance revive ones left. No, it doesn't look like it. So, decent stash there for things. Decent health potion stash. I've got some, a lot of the bigger ones you know, 15,000 health there. Those are the 25K or the 10K, 5K, you know, the small ones, which I'm not going to bother farming there. Somewhere I've got, there's a 25K, so 23 of those. So platinum pull it. Yeah, I could. I just use the team that I use when I'm going through some of the lower level event quest and auto fighting those. You know, used to, you know, use a King Groot team to auto farm Realm of Legends. But, you know, like I said, those health pools, you know, you look at, say I'm going to go in there and I'm going to take Shuri, who's been one of the names thrown out for a lot of the fights in Necropolis. Okay, her base health, 59,709. So we take that times, you know, I'm going to probably run a 30% champion boost. That puts her up to 77,000. And then let's say we throw on a 15% health. That puts her up to 89,000 health. That would take me 55 health potions out of Realm of Legends for one revive. You know, so if you average, say, 10 potions out of Realm of Legends, you know, that's 5 runs for one revive. I'm expecting to need 100 revives, give or take. You know, and that's kind of where I'm saying I want every revive I can have in my kit. You know, I'm expecting one run to be 100 revives. You know, and with what I've got right now, I'm not close. You know, close enough. You know, I'm at, let's say 30 plus 34 plus 12 plus the team revives. I can't ever tell on my screen with the glare. I think that's 12 there. So I'm at 88. So I'm close. But, you know, where I'm going to get the other ones for that first run is hopefully right there. Do I do all the difficulties that have units available? Not, no. Typically, I do it when I don't run event quest outside of Thronebreaker unless the event quest is on. And you can tell this month I've only done Conqueror the whole way. Typically, I do Conqueror, and I've done Blood Moon one path, or Proven one path, and none of the other ones. When Battlegrounds are on, I like saving my energy. I'll run through my energy in there, and I'll use the Elder's Marks the rest of the way to kind of help the grind. You know, I'm down to, I'm down to 4,000 Elder Marks, which is low. But I do only have, you know, 90,000 more points that I want to get. So we'll finish up the Elder's Marks. I hope to have about 2,000 left going into next season, which is what kind of the plan is. I always like to have at least 3,000, but I'm going to go a little bit further this month since the increased rewards, and to help out the Alliance get more points or an increased standing there. You know, we'll see. You know, I am not the greatest long form content fighter, so I will use more revives than folks. I won't put a revive counter on there. You'll be able to watch my unit stash and know where my revives are at. But, you know, I typically hit, like I was saying, the 22-hour solo events, which is why I was doing Arena tonight. Typically, I would have finished it up yesterday. Wanted to save some for the Arena 22-hour event, you know. So I've got those, and I do have some, you know, I'll have some of my overflow of potions that will expire. So you've got, you know, at least one revive, 2, 3, 4. May get in there before that one, but probably 6 of those that'll expire. But I've got some that I store up in, you know, my reward section. I don't claim those all the time right away. Make sure I don't have any other catalysts other than those stupid things getting ready to go. Okay, I don't. In a lot of games, I'm what I call a completionist. I would run every skill level, get every single reward. But since I also run a second account, there's just no way that I can do that now. And, you know, it becomes too much of a... The game is already a grind enough. I don't want it to become too grindy, if that makes sense. Oh, let's do these 2 fights. I hate fighting as Red Hulk. But let's go ahead and do this, and we're going to pop an energy refill, finish off AQ for the week. Let's go ahead and throw a special 1. This guy's just a tanky little sucker. Who does not like throwing specials. This is nothing. These next 2 fights are nothing but a way to suck my health down. There we go. But I get to regain my health in Section 3. My whole game that I play with myself, that doesn't sound good, is trying to finish AQ with a full yellow bar on Hercules. Thank you. I like it when you throw your special before I get infected. And now I'm going to do what I probably would tell people not to do, but it is 40 units, and it lets me finish off this, and then I can turn off recoils tonight and not have to worry about them for war tomorrow. Excuse me. Got to be careful with the parry stuns on Mantis. Sometimes they will stick, sometimes they won't. Gotten very lucky here. And that should finish her. All right, let's go on to Section 3. And we can finish our path there, and then in the morning finish up anything that's left over. The fight after this one is my least favorite fight in all of AQ. This one against Scorpion is my least favorite. He does not like to play nice very often. Occasionally, we'll get through nice and clean, but and now is where we have to be careful because he's going to have Scorpion Sense. Hey, he played nice today. I believe Proven has a higher unit return if you're not going to do but one. Yeah. You know, like I said, probably typical months when there's not like 8.3 released and a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, I would have completed probably the lower 3 on auto fight. This month with 8.3, that took any time that I was going to do anything else. And now with, you know, Necropolis coming out, I doubt there's going to be a lot of time for me to do anything else. other than grind units and make sure my stash stays as full as possible. And you can throw special ones all day long. This is where I can heal up. And there we go. So that was nice. Yeah, these fights, these next two, this one, are the fights that I get to heal Hercules up, assuming I don't get caught on a dash back. That's the only danger in these fights. Or that they decide that they just don't want to throw heavies or something like that. But they're being nice today. They watched me screw up on stream last night, so they're trying to make up for it. And this guy will catch me every once in a while going over his charges where he'll just pop and viz. Ooh, almost got caught on the dash back there. I think that's good enough. That's not a full yellow bar, but back up to 72%. Considering I was down to 12% or so. Pretty decent healing. And we'll take this shared fight, and then the rest will just be whatever the rest is. I do not like fighting this chick. Okay, bait one more special one, then I'll toss a special two. And this is why I don't like her. She typically... Well, let's see if this will finish. There we go. Nice 97k crit to finish her off. And that is AQ done. The end of AQ, I guess we can call it 1.0 if they're calling the new one 2.0. So maybe around to finish off some of the other fights. But there we go. That AQ cycle is done. Sorry for crunching in your ears there. I needed a little something in my throat. But I think I do them on autoplay while working. Yeah, arenas I do for here, use in Arena Solo, pretty much the same. Did mine earlier today. Great watching you play. Thanks for the help in BG events. We just hit 8.5 million. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. That means I can rank somebody up. I'm going to have to jump in there and don't know who it's going to be. Excuse me. But it'll be somebody. You know, not sure who yet. It may be Sandman. I just pulled him on this account. Pulled him the other day on the other, so I may be ranking him up there too. Let's see. Well, I'll go ahead and clear these 3 helps. I'm probably the only one who has help out there. I've got 75 requests. You can tell the rest of the alliance has 3. You can tell not everybody in 4 Loki does arena. I'm one of the few. But I think that is going to do everything that I was going to do tonight. We did get a couple Battlegrounds matches in. We were going to end the night over 200 points, sitting at 209. We'll try to get up to about maybe 250 tomorrow, and we'll go from there. But I do want to thank everybody who stopped by, everybody who hit a like, everybody who subscribed. It does greatly help me out. It does help the channel. Please always feel free to leave a comment, either in the stream or comment on one of the videos on what you want to see, what other content that you like. Be glad to try and help it out. It's fun for me to try and learn the streaming bit and doing videos and video editing. It's been a good way for me to use some free time. Let's see, pulled an iDoom and an OG Iron. Now, I love OG Iron Man. OG Iron Man is one of my favorites. I used him a lot in war. I have no regrets purchasing the bundle to take him to R5. He went to R5 SIG 200 shortly after his buff. He is, if he's going up against mutant and even non-mutants in some fights, he is awesome. Very, very safe against mutants, safe in war, safe all the way around. So definitely a good champ. Insane score. I don't have the patience for, typically, I said early on, and, when it comes to Battlegrounds, I typically stop about 100 points. It's not my favorite game mode. I enjoy it, but it's not my favorite. This I'm just pushing further because, I want the solo event, which I'm still not at yet. I've got to finish there. I want to finish up about 500,000. Won't show the alliance score, but we're all pushing fairly hard to get some of the higher end alliance rewards. So, and I've got to do my buddy here proud. He's sitting at the top of the leaderboard, so got to keep pushing for Andy. Iron Doom, the other one that you got, decent champ. I don't know how to play him very well. I've got him ranked up. I think mine is rank 4. Oops, that's Lady. Yeah, I think I took Lady Deathstrike over Iron Doom. Yeah, he's rank 4. SIG 200. I just don't know how to play him that well. What he does good. I just don't know how to play him that well. So, good champ. Both of them are good. I like OG Iron Man better of the two. OG Iron Man's a great bishop counter, since you'll see a lot of bishops in Battlegrounds. Great Sauron counter, because he can block unblockable specials. Excuse me. But my voice is giving out, so I am going to call it there. Once again, want to thank everybody. Yeah, Manuel has great videos. He does a great job. Manuel is very, very smart on the game. He's in this chat from time to time, or you can shoot me a message and I can, relay things to him in Alliance chat. But he is one of our planners for war, and the amount of game knowledge he has and champion knowledge he has is absolutely incredible. Manuel, he's the leader of the Alliance we're in together on my second account. So, you can talk to him directly. He's got a ton of knowledge out there. So anyway, with that, we will see you guys later. Once again, appreciate everybody's support, and we'll see you in the next one.